Not just any HomeSense trip, my first ever HomeSense trip, and I have just driven for over an hour and a half. Was that worth it? We're about to find out, so let's just get straight in there. Let's see what's new in, and then afterwards I will show you what I bought, if anything. I mean, I'm gonna have to buy something now, right? Okay, here we go. Brace yourselves because we're about to be ambushed as soon as we enter the door. I was expecting a little bit of autumn. I was not expecting Halloween. I was not ready. I mean, I like Halloween, but is it just me? It's August. It's too soon. HomeSense, too soon. They had so many autumn wreaths and things. I say I was mentally prepared for a little bit of autumn, but they really have gone all out already on the autumn decor. They had a really good range of colourful plant pots for really good prices as well. I especially loved this big green one at the bottom here and the matching little pink one. And look at this William Morris watering can. This was so pretty. I don't know why I didn't get this. I'm kind of regretting it. It was only $16.99. I was in the market for a smaller one for houseplants, but I'd rather like a brass one or something. They had the nicest range of painted plant pots. I thought these were really beautiful and quite unusual. I think they look nice all together somewhere in the right setting. I really liked this one in the pale green colour with the wavy scalloped kind of top. I thought that was so unusual and really pretty. I don't think I could find a price on it though. And I loved this little one for $5.99 as well. I thought that was a pretty pattern. If you need a big terracotta pot, they can be quite expensive, but they're really affordable in here. Now, I almost made a huge mistake, a huge error in judgment, which I'll explain in a moment, but related to it. I thought that this was the entire furniture section. Look at this vase, I loved this. This is another regret, actually. At the time, I remember thinking, $29.99, but now I'm thinking it's really not too bad for the size of that vase, and it's so unusual, the shape. Found this lovely Ralph Lauren Home tablecloth with this lovely texture. And I also found these napkins. I really liked this sort of linen-y texture, and they had a white set that matched the texture of the tablecloth. They had a really nice selection of plates and bowls and things. They had quite a few blue and white style plates, which I was pleased to see. I really love those, so I'm quite glad that they're having a moment. But they really had loads of nice designs if you're looking to freshen up your kitchen serveware. I think these were my favourites. I love this colour combination. And this was a bit of fun. I thought could even be like a more subtle Halloween decoration. There was something about this fish plate that really spoke to me. And these little yellow ones were absolutely beautiful. They reminded me of a Bridgerton tea party or something. Having quite a few regrets as I watched this back, honestly, and these fig plates and bowls are one of them. They're so country kitchen. They had loads of colourful glasses and the colourful kind of iced coffee cups that I've seen everywhere, and mugs. I loved this tomato one. Again, very country kitchen and something a bit nostalgic about it as well. They also had some more autumnal designs also in the glass. I do love a mug, but I don't have a very good selection because I exclusively use the thermal double-walled mugs because I can't just make a cup of tea and then sit and drink it, so it always goes cold. I loved the shape of these ones though. And how unusual is this kind of lilac toile style Halloween-y one? Next was the food section, but I didn't linger here. We're just passing through because I wanted to get to the cushion section, and it didn't disappoint. It was huge, and they were kind of roughly organised by colour, which I found very pleasing. It was a strong start, I thought, with this kind of checked boucle style one. The texture was lovely. Now, they had a very impressive range of autumnal and Halloween-y cushions. I quite liked these. I mean, the little ghosts on here are just adorable, and the ones at the bottom there as well. I thought that would be really cute, actually, again as a kind of more subtle Halloween. Oh, so adorable. I thought this toadstool one was really quite sweet for autumn as well. Another pumpkin cushion. I think this one was embroidered, so that was quite nice, and I liked the rust kind of coloured background as well. I thought that was really quite pretty. And here's another one with squash and pumpkins on, and I really liked the green and the green stripe on the back as well with the orange piping. And I promise that that was the last autumn or Halloween or pumpkin or squash themed cushion that I'm going to be showing you today. In TK Maxx in the past, I found a brand of cushions called Paoletti. I think I'm pronouncing that right, and they're really lovely quality, but I didn't see any in HomeSense today, so that was a little bit disappointing. I did find this blue one and I thought that was beautiful. Again, blue and white, but I think you can't go wrong with it, and the embroidery on it was really quite special, I thought, for the price. All of these cushions seem to be around the sort of $12.99 up to $19.99 mark. This one was interesting. It's got kind of classic novels on it, primarily Jane Austen, isn't it? I think, with a few others thrown in. But I thought that was lovely for maybe a girly bedroom, or it could make an unusual gift. Here are some of the vases, and they had a lot of sort of coloured glass, I noticed. Even these huge ones, these were almost up to my hip. I must say I do love an urn, and they had a few. I especially liked the blue and white ones. Surprise, surprise. Now they had a whole section of these sort of textured white ceramics, lots of them with the scalloped edge. And I must say I do love a weird little knick-knack that just, you know, you have a guest at home and they sort of have to look twice at it. So I'd have liked to have seen a few more of those. I really liked this little stripy chair with the little frilly skirting. I think that would be so sweet in a bedroom. It's kind of got that country feel as well. Now, am I about to share a highly controversial opinion? But I'm just not really a candle girl. For styling purposes, yes, actually, if they're really pretty, but I rarely ever burn them because I'm just not big on the kind of strong smells. But they do have pumpkin candles if you're in the market for those, and they even have blue and white pumpkin candles. It was coming up to this point that I almost made that grave mistake that would have made my entire trip a wasted journey, pretty much. I thought I was coming to the end of it. We'd reached the cards, we'd reached the wrapping paper, and I was almost back where I'd started. How cute are the aubergines, by the way? I actually did mean to pick that up. But then I saw these picture frames and I thought that can't be the whole section of picture frames. It wasn't, it was just the clearance section. And there was an upstairs, an entire second floor that I almost completely missed, and some of the best stuff was up there, so I'm so glad I found it before I left. Can you imagine? I'd have come away thinking that it wasn't that big of a shop for the length of journey I'd had. Anyway, up here were the baking things, which were all really lovely, I must say. I loved these butter dishes and chopping boards. And their tea towel game was very, very strong. They had some really sweet ones. Again, I loved these ones with the tomatoes on, and the oven gloves were really lovely as well. They had a really nice selection of oven gloves in different prints, lots of stripy ones, and some matching aprons. For some reason I was drawn to the aprons, so I had a little bit of a rummage through. I loved this one in particular, and this lovely stripy one just behind it there. They also had loads of storage options, actually. I thought this laundry powder box was quite nice. And they had these huge bags. They were in the laundry section, so I guess you could use them as laundry bags, but I thought they were lovely as like a beach bag or just a huge bag. I thought they were really nice for, I think they were about 20 or 30 pounds. Tons of baskets, and I love baskets, but I did manage to resist. I'm actually on the lookout for some more vintagey ones instead. And I really recommend coming and having a look at the rugs if you need a big one, because the prices were really, really good, but I wasn't quite prepared enough to be able to buy one today. And here's the print section and frame section, and it was in fact huge. This Monet print was gigantic for £50. I thought that was really good. And they had quite a few, they had some kind of more modern fun ones, and they also had quite a few of the kind of classic art pieces as well. Last but not least, lamps. I was looking especially for some of these Ralph Lauren home lamps, and they did have them in stock. They had these dragon ones in the little square shape, and they had some other kind of more floral ones. But did I bite the bullet and buy one? Let's head home and I'll show you everything I got. Hello, I'm home and I've got a few things to show you. It's the next day now. As you know, it was quite a long day yesterday. I drove for over 3 hours in the end. So was it worth it? We're about to find out. I'll let you in on a secret though. I combined it with a trip to see my friend. So it was definitely worth it for me for that reason, but it's a trip I've been thinking about doing for a while, wanting to experience the legend for myself of HomeSense. So now I know, and I did get a few bits, so I'm excited to show you what I've got. Shall I start with my favourite? No, I'll save that for later. So I got this oven glove. I think this is so sweet. It's like a linen-y colour with the, I'm not sure what these are. They reminded me a little bit of hydrangeas. I don't think they're supposed to be hydrangeas, but I thought that was really pretty either way. The brand is Rain and Humble. Oh, it's made using recycled cotton, even better. That's amazing, and it was only £5.99. It says RRP £22, our price £5.99. I thought that was brilliant for these oven gloves. All of my oven gloves are embarrassing, frankly. I do a lot of cooking, and I sometimes do cooking on vlogs and things, and my oven gloves are honestly embarrassing. So I thought I would treat myself to a nice pair, and I love these. So when I saw this in the matching pattern, it's an apron. How cute is that? Am I a massive apron wearer? No. Am I about to become one? Definitely yes. Sometimes I'm wearing like white and I'm cooking with tomatoes or something. So I would definitely wear this, although to be honest I wouldn't want to spoil this either. It's so pretty. It's the same brand, Rain and Humble. So it's also recycled cotton, and this was £6.99. RRP £25, our price £6.99. Oh, I am so happy with this. I can't wait to wear it. Yes, I love it. So the next thing I got, and I'm not sure what came over me, and this is the last sort of kitchen themed item that I've got, and then we'll move on to something different. But I couldn't resist this apron as well. I thought I could use this one for like cleaning maybe or something if I wanted to protect my clothes. I just really liked it. There's something really quintessential about the stripe. A striped apron, I don't know, it just spoke to me and I loved it. And it's the same brand again, Rain and Humble. So it's the recycled cotton, and it was also, oh, this one was £7.99. RRP £28, our price £7.99. I still think that's so good. I think this is adorable. It reminds me of a Victorian baker or something. It's got lovely big pockets at the front, and then it's got the thicker straps, and I think it, how does that work? Yeah, that must kind of crisscross at the back. How do you get it on? Yes. Yes, I love it. Yes. Okay, something a bit different now. The next thing I got was this rug. Let me see if I can open it out and show you. So it's not massive, but it's pretty big, I would say, for the price. So the brand is Urban 86. It doesn't have the RRP on there, but I paid £14.99 for this, which for a rug of this size I thought was pretty good. And it's cotton as well. Well, it's 70% cotton, 30% polyester. So if I see like a quite good quality rug, I like to just pick them up, even if I don't have somewhere in mind for it. We're doing up the house slowly. very slowly. I'm sure I'll find a place for it, but I just really liked the pattern of this. I think it's so pretty. It's got kind of like a yellowy tone and then greens and blues and the kind of natural beigey colour. And I love the traditional style print. So I'm super pleased with that. And then, so I think this is my favourite thing that I picked up. It's this huge vase, urn, would you say? I just really liked this. It comes with this little lid. So it's got kind of like a, is it a ginger jar? Is that what they call it? You know, the antique kind of blue and white huge jars that you would have on like a mantelpiece or something. I think they're called ginger jars, and it just gave me kind of a bit of a vibe of that, but I just loved the size of it. I loved the kind of blue and white pattern. I think it's so pretty. Oh, it says handcrafted. Oh, $19.99. I paid $19.99 for this, so again I think that's kind of reasonable for the size of it, and it's kind of quite heavy as well, and if it's handcrafted then that's quite interesting. But yeah, loved that. And that's everything I got. So was it worth it? It was a long drive for not that many items, but the things that I've got I am really happy with. I think because it was so far away, I was aware of the pressure to buy stuff just to make the journey worth it, and then I maybe overcompensated by trying not to buy things just because I was there and it was a long way away. So when I was watching some of the footage back, I do have some regrets. The fish plate, I meant to go back and get the fish plate and I didn't, so that's a bit of a shame. And I kind of wish I'd got the William Morris watering can as well. That was so cute, and that would just look adorable in like the utility room or in the greenhouse. And there's a vase that haunts me as well. I was really hoping to find the Ralph Lauren home lamps. Now they did have some, but they didn't have the pattern that I wanted. I wanted like the little square shape, so they had dragon ones, which I did like. Do I regret not getting one of those? I don't know, they're a bit more expensive as well, aren't they? And they had some round ones, but I just didn't, I don't know, it wasn't the exact one that I wanted, and I already have, let me show you actually. I already have this huge one that I managed to get on the TK Maxx website. It's so big. So this was the pattern that I wanted, that I would have got either in a smaller version or in the square version. But I think that probably would have made it 100% worth the journey for me. Anyway, thank you for coming to HomeSense with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.